Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Avatar The Last Airbender Season 3, Episode 3. I just watched the episodes 1 and 2. If you want to see my reaction videos about that, I'm gonna put the links into the eye. Let's say that I didn't deal well with the first episode. I cried. Is it surprising? I'm not sure of it. If you think about the fact that we had Aang escaping from a situation and feeling guilty about everything, and the fact that he met Yue and all. If you think about the fact that we had Zuko meeting his father and his father being proud of him, congratulating him and all, because of the fact that he betrayed Iroh, that everyone has to consider as a traitor. And we had also Katara crying into her father's arms. Really, that gesture was me explaining to you how can I not cry with all of what I just said. Of course, I was gonna cry. The second episode was easier. I'm saying easier like that because I don't think that I cried during the last episode. I had tears at some moments, but I can't remember when. But I didn't cry really because one part of the episode was about Aang into the school and all, and that part, you know, that story was interesting because of the fact that we learned how the Fire Nation is teaching history to the kids, and also how the Fire Nation is blocking them, you know, not letting the kids and everyone being free, thinking by themselves, having fun and all. So that was interesting, and that was also fun and great to see Aang having fun and playing and dancing, and we had these cute moments between Aang and Katara when they danced and all. So that was a good part, a fun part. And we had the part about Zuko talking like that to Iroh. We saw Iroh. Just that. I think that I had my tears during that moment. Just to see Iroh in jail, being treated badly, and with Zuko talking like that to Iroh, saying that his uncle is stupid, that his uncle is wrong, that his uncle, you know, should have followed him into that direction, you know, coming back home like that, to be at the service of the Fire Lord. Zuko, I can't believe that you can't understand that you're again into that situation where your daddy's boy, you're his puppet, you're used by him, he's using you, he's manipulating you like Azula, you know, they are manipulating each other, they are toxic to each other, they are taking advantage of each other. Like Ozai saying to Zuko, I'm proud of you. I can't even believe so. That he's really feeling proud of his son after how he was with his son during all of this time, during all of his childhood, how he treated him and all. I can't believe so. And I have trouble to think that you can believe so, Zuko. This tone of voice, this attitude, this words that you had for Iroh, I hated it. I know that the fact that you are visiting your uncle is a good sign, but it's not enough if you are saying so many bad things to him. When you're coming back, you are saying that you understood the situation, that you understood that everything that is happening right now is not what you wanted, it's not what you thought, and you're sad about it and all, but still you're continuing on that direction because you want to capture and kill the Avatar, to be sure that the situation that you are living right now, which is wrong, understanding that this situation is wrong, but you want to do something for this situation to continue. Again, I think that it's because of the fact that it's safer and easier for you to stay into a situation that you know for life, that you are comfortable, stable, you know, into that situation. It's not putting you like it was during the season 2, like someone who is lost and all, who has to deal with stuff by himself and all. You are the little prince, people are taking care of you, you have May also who is taking care of you, you have all of this situation which is easy, safe, stable, even if it's not the one that you wanted, that you thought. You came back home, that's what you wanted. You took that opportunity to restore your honor, what you think your honor is, but I don't think that it's a good way to have it back, because I don't think that you're regaining your honor by bad people giving it to you. No one is restoring his or her honor by someone bad giving it to you, or by someone, no matter what, giving it to you. You are regaining your honor by doing something right, by thinking that you did something right, by being proud of what you are doing. And you're proud of yourself right now, Zuko, of what you're doing and all? I don't think so. I want Iroh to say all of that to Zuko, and I think that it's gonna happen, because me and Iroh, we are so much in the same page that we are really almost saying the same words at the same moment. So I'm almost certain that it's gonna happen, Iroh saying all of that to Zuko. During the last episode, Iroh chose to not say anything, and I can understand why. Because he doesn't have to say anything, like, he said already everything that needed to be said. He took so many times and energy to be there for Zuko, to support him, to be loyal to him, to teach him all of that and all. I can feel his sadness, and also the fact that he's a little mad that Zuko is still losing himself by doing that, by going on that direction. Iroh is really into a situation where he's like, what can I tell you more than what I already told you before? I said enough, I've done enough. You're the only one who can save yourself right there, who can realize that what you're doing is wrong. If you need me again to tell you that what you're doing is wrong, I did all of that for nothing, because Iroh can't be there forever, to point the good direction for Zuko. Zuko, at some point, he needs to know what is the right direction by himself. Again, I'm really feeling connected a lot with Iroh, and I'm almost sure at 100% that Iroh thinks all of that right now. And I'm gonna see that today. I still want to watch this episode 3, and I don't have a lot of time because it's almost the end of the day. I don't know if you can see it, with the lights and all. So I need to hurry a little during this intro, so I know that I'm gonna have normally the time that I need in the review to talk about the episode. Do I need to say something else to remind you that I have a Patreon on which you can have the episodes earlier? I don't know right now if it's 1 or 2 weeks earlier. Go check that on the description, I told you so, and on which I'm posting extended reaction part, which means the first version, of the episode, of the reaction part after my first editing of it. It's almost 6 minutes longer right now, and also sometimes I'm putting the full reaction part for episodes, for big episodes, for which I reacted a lot and all. Okay, let's go for this episode 3. I'm nervous now. I'm almost like, what are you gonna do now, Zuko? Can it be worse? Okay, let's go for this episode 3. I can deal with it. You're playing with more? Mud, earth, and water bending.
It looks like we'll need to go somewhere else to get food. Assuming that'll fit into Sokka's master schedule.
It's doable. My name's Doc. Mind if I ask who you are?
We're, from the Earth Kingdom colonies.
A fishing town. At least that's how it was before the factory moved in.
Wait a minute. I was like, are you gonna give them your new names? Naming Aang Kuzo, maybe it would have been too obvious. Kuzo, Zuko, Kuzan.
Look at this place. It's so sad. We have to do something to help.
Please?
No, we can't waste our time here. We'll be helping them all by taking out the Fire Lord.
Hey, Loudmouth!
I know.
Maybe we should be a little quieter when we're talking.
Can't we do both?
I'm not Doc. I'm Shu. Doc's my brother.
Ma, twins?
The only difference is your hat.
Doc works on the docks. That's why they call him Doc. I work. Just eat the fish. Mind telling your brother when you ride back to shore? Hey, Colonials.
Yes, identity disorder.
I wish I could help more.
Come on, guys.
Our detour into town today has completely thrown off our schedule. It's going to take some serious finagling to get us back on track.
But it would be easier to travel on a normal river.
I think Appa's sick.
Ah,
What? Appa's sick? That's awful.
no, it's gonna make you late.
And I'm because my big furry friend doesn't feel well.
You okay, buddy? It looks like he needs some medicine. Maybe we can find the right herbs in town.
Katara? Did she do that?
Just me,
Um,
or did this place seem different?
Food was delivered to our village by a mysterious and wonderful person.
Katara?
The Painted Lady. They say she's a river spirit who watches over our town in times of need. All the medicine we have goes to the factory. That's why there's so many sick people in our village.
Show your face, painted lady.
Thank you, Painted Lady.
Knew it. It's sweet, but you're resolving just the issues on surface, you know. You need to really resolve the situation right there. If not, in some days, it's gonna happen again.
Can you believe how much an entire village can be affected by one lady? I mean, spirit?
Nah!
I hope she returns every night. Otherwise, this place would go right back to the way it was.
Why would you say that?
But without her, they wouldn't be able to fend for themselves. If she really wanted to help, she would use her spirit magic to blow up that factory.
Sokka, did you understand that it's your sister?
It's her.
You didn't know?
Lady spirit?
Think about it a little.
Excuse me. I don't
And yes, I'm thinking about Zuko, who was forced also to put a mask to do the right things.
My name's Anne. I'm the Avatar.
Mhm.
I wish I could talk, but I am very busy. Yeah, me too. You're really pretty for a spirit. I don't get to meet too many spirits, but the ones I do meet, not very attractive.
You're flirting with a spirit?
You too. Katara?
Yes, it took you some time.
Is Appa even sick? He might be sick of the purple berries I've been feeding him. I can't believe you lied to everyone so you could help these people. I'm sorry, I know
I can't believe that you don't want to help them.
You're like a secret hero.
Oh.
There's one more thing I have to do.
To blow up the factory.
We don't want to wake Sokka.
Nah!
Fine, Sokka.
I know you're the Painted Lady. I know you've been sneaking out at night, and I know you've been lying.
I knew that you knew.
Katara, what you did put our whole mission in jeopardy. We're leaving right now.
You're the guy that Zuko hired?
You've destroyed their factory.
You what?
It was your
They're gonna think that the village did it?
Did you even think this through? The army's gonna blame the villagers. They're headed
I
right
didn't
now to
think
get them
it's
back.
true. You're smarter than me.
Leave. Do
Sokka.
nothing.
No, I will never ever turn my back on people who need me.
It's making you who you are, Katara.
I'm coming too.
I thought you didn't.
I was gonna say it.
You need me, and I will never turn my back on you.
It's making you who you are, my dear Sokka.
He does have a heart, doesn't he?
Toph has some trouble, you know, with sharing her emotions.
There's a Painted Lady now.
She's gonna come?
To cure the world of this wretched village.
cure the world of this village? No.
It's the painted lady. She's coming.
He's coming with the mist and all. Hello, boys. You want to fight? They don't do anything, Katara, like she trusts Aang that much to protect her. We didn't see her hesitating or being scared.
Leave this village and never come back.
Painted lady, you're the best!
Me and my brothers really owe you a lot. You've been tricking us. You're a waterbender.
She just helped you. Are you for real?
She is a waterbender, but she was just trying to help you. Because of her, that factory won't be polluting your river, and the army is gone.
I shouldn't have acted like someone I wasn't, and I shouldn't have tricked you. But I felt like I had to do something. You can't wait around for someone to help you. You have to help yourself.
But what should we do?
I'm glad you understand that she's right.
Yeah, we can clean the river.
Tough, it was you.
Keeping my mouth shut is a personal specialty. My brother Shu, on the other hand, he's a blabbermouth.
Yeah.
So,
I'm going to get my other brother Wuxi. He loves cleaning rivers.
ha! I knew it. I knew you were the same guy. The water and the boat guy.
Really, and
You must be
it's
talking
taking
about my
you
brothers, Doc
a
and
lot
Shu.
of time to understand things.
My brother Doc. He's crazy.
Calling someone crazy never helped. See, mud and water. Oh, that's alright. And you're gonna go faster, Sokka. You'll see. That's gonna help you. Oh, I thought that it was gonna be you here again.
Thank you.
That was cool. Oh, it was nice. It was a lighter episode than the two first ones. Maybe because we were not with Zuko and all of what he's doing and all of the bad decisions that he's taking and how he's treating his uncle. And we were only with Aang and his group. And this episode was not in fact about Aang and his group, it was more an episode about Katara. And I love that. You know that I love when they're taking the time to explore some characters, to make them evolve, to go deeper into them. And right there I have the impression that we took the time to go with the limits of her characters and also to explain more how she's functioning and her ideas about what she wants, about how she wants to do things, you know. For now, Sokka is really like, we need to fight the Fire Lord, to fight him, win against him. Aang is really more into the direction of, I need to learn everything that I can to be able to fight the Fire Lord. Katara, since then, she was more into the direction like, we need to do what we need to do, we have objectives, you know, that we have to accomplish and all. But right there with this episode, we can understand that it's not just that. She wants to do what is right. She wants to save people. That's her main purpose. She wants to save people. She wants to do all of that, you know, to fight the Fire Lord, to do everything, because she wants to save people. And that's why, even if I think that she understands what Sokka said, the fact that there were losing times and all, it was not enough to make her stop to try to help these people. Right there, they lost 3 days doing that. She manipulated them, making them think that Appa was sick and all, but she wanted to do what is right, she wanted to help and save these people. That's how she's functioning, that's her ideas, that's also what she wants for the future. She wants to save people. She's gonna do everything for that objective, you know, for that purpose. Even if it means to manipulate, to lie, to make some tricks, to do things hidden, you know, she's ready to do it, which is also interesting to understand right now about her character, because during the first season she was a lot the voice of the reason, you know, she was the one who was thinking wisely, was acting like the mother of the group and all. So to see her being able to manipulate people, to lie to them, to hide when she's doing things which are not legal and all, that's also interesting to see that she switched a little for that, you know, she's not the little girl, the polite and wise little girl, she also changed and evolved with that. She's putting her objective and her purpose of saving and helping everyone above everything. Maybe she understood that doing the right thing, it's not making things right, like making things legal and to be polite, to be nice, to be wise and all. No, making things right, it's something else. So that's interesting really for a character, an episode like that, really to show us how she's thinking, her ideas in life, and also what she wants for the future, what she's ready to fight for. Again, Sokka, we understood his motives. The warrior, you know, is brave and all, and he's also the smarter one. He understood stuff about Katara first. He made all of this plan, you know, to be prepared for the invasion and all. Aang is the avatar. He needs to learn a lot of things. He knows what he has to do, in which order and all. Toph, she's helping everyone and she's there for everyone, and she's also fun. That's great. But Katara, she's... I said it, I think, since the desert episode, you know, in the season 2, she's really the leader of the group. She knows everyone's weaknesses but also strengths, and she's saying to them to do that and that during a combat moment because she knows where everyone is good at and what everyone can do, can help. And she's also taking care, supporting everyone. She's, for me, the... You know, you can think that Aang would be the leader of the group because he's the avatar. You can think that maybe Sokka could be the leader of the group because he's the older. I don't think so. I think that Katara is the leader of the group, the natural leader of the group, because she's acting like that with them. You can think that she's like a mother for them because she's taking care of them, she's supporting them, she knows everything about them, she's ordering them stuff and all. I don't think so, and I think that this episode is also going on that direction to show us that she's not the mother of the group, like she's not the wise character, she's not doing everything right. Yes, she can lie, yes, she can manipulate, and she evolved also into that direction to be okay to do that, to not feel guilty about doing that, even if at the end, you know, she's saying that she's sorry. She did it because, again, above everything, she wants to help and save people. Yes, I appreciate this episode. Maybe even more because I'm reading your comments. You know that I'm reading all of your comments. I'm trying to respond to a lot of you, but I can't respond to all of you. But I'm reading all of your comments, and I know that some of you are not fans of Katara. I saw you when Azula came on screen. You were a lot like, that's it, Azula is the real queen of the show, Katara is nothing, she's annoying. When Azula, she's clever and fun and she has good lines, and we're spending, you know, exciting and good moments with Azula. Yes, we are spending exciting moments with Azula, even if she's the bad character and all, because she's clever and because she's really good when she's firebending and all. But it's not because of that that I'm not gonna love Katara and see how good she is with waterbending now. Everything that she can do right now, she evolved so much with that, with her skills, and she evolved also a lot with her character, you know, she's more mature, and like I just said, She's also raising herself also to do stuff, to not be just the polite girl, the wise girl and all, to do things on her own and to fight for her ideas and all. Without her, our guys, they would have been lost a lot of time, and Aang would have been dead, and Sokka would have done stupid things a lot, and she was right there also to welcome Toph into the group. She's there for them. I love her character. I think that she's deeper, you know, than just being the mother of the group and all. She's the leader of the group, the natural leader of the group, and she has also her own character, issues and skills, deep emotions and things, so I'm glad that she had this episode. I'm glad because also there to encourage me, you know, to support Katara in the comments when you are saying stuff like that, you know, to not be on your side when you're saying that Katara, she's nothing in comparison of Azula or Toph. No, she's great also. I love all of them, all of these girls. May? I'm saying that because I saw also that some of you were disappointed that I didn't like May, you know, that I'm a little annoyed by how she's annoyed about everything. There are a few telling me like, I'm acting like May, so does it mean that you don't like me? I'm sure that you're not like her, because really May, she's always like that, and it's not being cynical, you know. I love characters who are cynical and all. May, she's not cynical, she's bored. That's not the same. Okay, I'm gonna stop for today to watch Avatar. That was great, these 3 first episodes. To begin this season 3, this last season also, I'm less melancholic than what I was during the intro of the episode 1. To begin, you know, this final season and all. We have so many stuff to do, to resolve. The fact that we spent all of these 3 episodes with Zuko being okay to be back in the Fire Nation as daddy's boy and being hurt and used by his family. 3 episodes. How many it's gonna take for you to realize that what you're doing is wrong and to help your uncle? It's gonna take you too many times, and I don't like that in advance. But I'm waiting for it to happen. I didn't lose hope, okay? No. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now, so it's all for me and for you for today. So it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.